What's going on, guys? This is Bruce Matson, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, the show where we talk about all things fantasy football, from Dynasty to redraft, DFS, maybe some campus to Canton action, all of that in a bag of chips. If that's something you're into, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, tell your homies. Today is a fascinating day because some news broke out. Actually, it's been out a little bit. It's been kind of swept under the rug, per se. On Google now, we have a new birth date for Seth Williams. He is now going to be a year younger than what we thought he was going to be. And this is a big deal. On the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like that because a player is a player no matter if they're a year older or a year younger. But when you adjust his production for his age, his production profile takes a step up. So technically, for some people, he breaks out as an age 18 wide receiver. For some others, it might be at age 19 because he's kind of on that line. But at age 18 now, he has an 18.5% market share of Auburn's passing production. Age 19, though, he really shoots it up with a 30.77% market share of Auburn's passing production, and that's at age 19. One of the best in the class when it comes to age-adjusted production. And then age 20 this year, 31.37% market share. So that's all phenomenal numbers. That's good. If you want to look at things from a counting stat perspective, he doesn't have a 1,000-yard season, doesn't have any double-digit touchdown seasons. However, Auburn has an anemic offense. They do not produce yards, points, or whatnot. They're not a high-flying offense. Since he was a key contributor to that offense, that demonstrates that he has the potential to be a key contributor to his NFL team. There's a lot more things to like about his profile. He's like one of the few big guys in this class that has some athleticism. So as pro day, he ran a 4.49. If you adjust that out, it's around a 4.5, 4.40-yard dash. So not super fast, not super quick. That equates to a 75th percentile size-adjusted speed score. And we're talking about a guy who's 6'3", 211 pounds. He's one of the few guys at that size that we're looking at in the top 2 rounds of rookie drafts. Outside of that, dominator rating, 78th percentile among wide receivers, 38.9%. So just a solid profile. This changes a lot for him metrically, analytically. Tape's still the same. I like his tape, and then there are some red flags in his tape. He takes some plays off. He can be lethargic at times, but he is a better route runner. He's a better seller of his routes than he's being regarded for. He has good hands. He can be very physical, too. I like him. He's a big physical receiver, and this new age-adjusted production really makes me think of how I want to evaluate him. I like him. I always liked him. He was in that cutoff point, him and Dominique Brown, before I start looking at like high upside players in the 3rd round or so. I think this cements him in the 2nd round for me and really makes him a go-get player in the 2nd round. I like him as a 2nd round prospect. If he was jumping in the 1st round of rookie drafts, then I'd be a little uneasy. But since he's a 2nd round pick, and 2nd round picks usually have a 30% hit rate, that's something I would expect from this profile. We don't have uber counting stats. We have really good age-adjusted production, really good market share of his numbers. We do not have elite athleticism, but we have good size-adjusted athleticism. So he seems like a player that could fall in the middle, but could jump out the building in production if he lands in the right situation, takes a step forward in his development, and just have all the things working for him. So Seth Williams is a guy on my radar, and he's even more on my radar now since we got an accurate age. He's going to be entering the draft at age 21. His birthday is actually tomorrow, so he's going to be a 21-year-old prospect instead of a 22-year-old prospect, which means he's a younger prospect, means the likelihood of him hitting for us in fantasy is a lot better. So that's something we can hang our hat on too. If that's something with the age that you don't understand why that's important, it's more of an average of hit rates. When a wide receiver is 22 or older, when they enter the league, they're less likely to be productive at the NFL level. They're less likely to be an asset in fantasy. We do get our outliers. Terry McLaurin, for instance, we do get those. That happens. That's part of it. but we're playing against the odds. And now the odds are more in his favor now that he's age 21 going into the league. Odds is more in his favor because his age-adjusted production is set a year earlier than what it was. So this makes him more of a good player. And the fact that this was at the SEC level where he was able to command an 18% market share at age 18 is very good. So Seth Williams is a riser. I don't consider him a mega riser. He is a must-get player now for me with second-round draft capital. There's a lot of wide receivers in the second round that I like. I suggest making moves to where you can accumulate more second-round picks. Right now, it's kind of too late. That's something we should have done a year or so ago going into this draft because we knew the wide receiver position was going to be deep. But if you can make the move to get more second-round picks, that is a very wise decision to implement. All in all, I like Seth Williams. Been on him for a while now. Been a little wishy-washy because one of the reasons was the age-adjusted production. I wasn't a big fan of him going into his rookie season at age 22. This resets the clock for me. This puts him more in my type of prospect, a player that produces at a younger age, a player that's productive at a younger age, and a player that's not too old entering the NFL as a rookie. So I like him. I'm not over the moon for him. I'm not bumping him in the first round. I'm not overshooting my shot with him. I know where he's being valued at. I'm not going to let him slip to the third round, though. Seth Williams is one of my guys. I suggest to be one of yours, too. Thank you for watching the show. If you stuck with me this long, you might as well hit that subscribe button because you know I'm bringing heat on this content. Ring that bell, tell your homies, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.